In this episode, we'll discuss 6 legal ways to enter Canada without speaking English, providing identification, or providing proof of sufficient finances. Although there are many ways, we'll discuss a few to get all the information, pay attention, and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Let us begin with the first type. Investor Visa. Canada's wealth and natural resources has earned it the title of energy superpower around the world. Canada's robust service sector and wealth of natural resources heavily influences its economy. Canada's economy has been expanding consistently for years. Foreigners who want to launch a business in Canada have access to a wealth of options to establish a company. Thousands of individuals move annually to Canada's coast through the immigration of persons who can start or invest in a business in Canada. Business immigration in Canada was created to promote investment and employment in the country. Second comes spouse visa. A Canadian citizen or permanent resident may sponsor their spouse to immigrate to Canada and establish permanent residence in Canada. We are aware of the value of intact families' applications seeking spousal sponsorship, and others have given high attention. So, how long does it take to sponsor your spouse or partner to Canada? Applications for sponsorship go through the entire processing cycle in around a year. Normally, they don't take much longer than a year to process, but it depends on the specifics of your case. The processing of your application will be delayed and take longer if it is problematic or the visa office needs further evidence of your relationship. There is no requirement for your sponsored spouse, conjugal partner or common law partner to show English or French language skills. You need to show proof of marriage. Now moving on to the next, which is family class sponsorship. By allowing adults, who are Canadian citizens or permanent residents to sponsor a relative for immigration. The family class sponsorship program helps to reconnect families. The applicant for sponsorship must fit the criteria to be eligible. So what are the eligibility criteria? Spouse, common law or conjugal partner, dependent child, parent, grandparent, sibling, nephew, niece or grandchild under 18 years who is unmarried and whose parents are deceased, except in cases where they are temporarily staying lawfully in Canada, such as with a work or study permit. The individual being sponsored must reside outside of Canada. Moving on to the next, which is a visitor visa. If applicants do not fully follow the processes and conditions, getting a visiting or tourist visa for Canada may become time-consuming. The Canada Tourist Visa may be obtained quickly and easily if all the requirements are met. So why should people visit Canada? Why should anyone ever visit? 1. It is a developed nation, with a strong economy. 2. Transparent government policies, that is tourist-friendly. 3. Plenty of beautiful locations to visit. 4. One of the best living standards in the world. 5. High quality of life. 6. Eye-catching outdoors, landscapes, and natural beauty. Now, coming on next. Refugees and asylum. You can seek asylum in Canada. If you are leaving your country because you fear being persecuted or facing danger to your life, you will be given refugee status and the right to remain. If you are granted asylum, you must be physically present in Canada or be attempting to enter the country at a port of entry to apply for asylum, airport, land border, or seaport. So who qualifies as a refugee in Canada? 1. Persons in need of protection. 2. Convention refugee. 3. Country of asylum class. Finally, the last way is the Designated Learning Institute, DLI. It should come as no surprise that Canada is one of the most sought-after study abroad countries for students from other countries. The nation offers a wealth of research, study options, multicultural, a safe environment, low tuition and living costs, high quality education, and lucrative post-study prospects. However, keep in mind that there are 2 types of educational institutions in Canada, DLIs and non-DLIs. If you wish to pursue your degree in Canada for a period longer than 6 months, you must apply for a study permit. Study permits are only valid for institutions of higher learning that have been designated by the Canadian government as designated learning institutions. So what is DLI? Designated Learning Institutions in Canada. A recognized educational institution in Canada that is permitted to enroll foreign students by the province or territory is known as a designated learning institution. Therefore, if you plan to pursue higher education in Canada, Be sure that your school is included in the DLI list to avoid having your study visa revoked. Now, reasons to choose DLI colleges in Canada. In Canada, each province or territory must identify post-secondary institutions that accept international students. Institutions, such as universities, private career colleges as well as vocational and language schools may be on the list of designated learning institutions. There are three main reasons for choosing a designated learning institution in Canada. 1. DLI universities or colleges are governed by the federal government or a federal agency. 2. They meet all provincial higher education standards in Canada. 3. DLI accredited institutions in Canada's colleges and universities are recognized around the world. That is all we have for today. In this episode, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the entire episode. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next episode. Till then, take care.